Hi, it's me, Monty Merrick, Director of Humboldt Wildlife Care Center Bird Alex, here in Manila. And one of my favorite housing units for our patients that we had at our last facility in Bayside was the one that we built for our raccoon orphans that we treat every year. And um, and it was one that I was this, I was sorry to see it go when we had to move from there, but this has been an opportunity to build an even better one. And that's what we're in the middle of here. I'm sitting here it's not finished yet, and it will be soon, but this is our, we call it the raccoonery. And it is in the middle of having some of its structural members completed, and there's still things to do here and there. And then after that happens, the next thing is we're going to see all this flat ground. We are going to turn this into a lumpy, bumpy, river-ridden habitat for raccoons. And so we'll have fake river, because raccoons need to learn where to find the fish. Where do you find fish? If you're a raccoon, you find it in the river. And so they're going to have a fake river to find fish in. It'll be real fish. It'll be real water. It will not be a river. And other exciting things, boulders and trees and stuff like that to climb on, so that they can develop the skills they need, agility to become successful, wild, free raccoons. If only it was that easy for us. Wouldn't it be great to be a successful, wild, free raccoon? What a great animal. Anyway, love raccoons so much, and providing care for them is such an interesting challenge, because it's like a classroom of gifted and talented children, and you really have to pull out all the stops to make sure that you are providing them with, frankly, the intellectual challenges that they require in order to learn how to be the kind of animal that they are destined for. So we're really looking forward to finishing this off. We have baby raccoons start coming in about the middle of May, and they have to, they go through a process before they're ready to come outdoors. They come in here when they're weaned, and then they'll be in here for about, maybe we have them for about 16 weeks, and 6 weeks is on milk, and then 10 weeks after they've been weaned, they still need to learn how to do things. They need to learn how to hunt. They need to learn how to fish. They need to learn how to forage. And they'll do all of that in here. And we'll have a little nursery on the outside for the non-weaned guys, and then once they're weaned, in here they'll come. It's not finished yet. It's going to have walls and a roof and a door right here. You'll just like, hello, welcome to the nursery. And then you'll come in. But you won't, because this is where we will have raccoon babies, and this is going to be a very private place for them, so that they're quite distant. They're about as far from the care center's clinic as they can get and still be on our property. So that's why we have them so remote, so that they don't hear our voices and they don't become used to human ways. If you look down here, you can see on this platform, this is going to be where our nursery is, and these trays basically are in place where the dens will be. And so here on this small tray, den 1, den 2, this would be for small guys that are just moved out. Their eyes have just opened, and we're keeping them in a small place, and there'll be heat support still for them in here, and that'll last from roughly 400 grams to roughly 700 grams. And after that, they would move over to a larger den. And over here, they'd get some more interesting food, and they might have like a stick to climb on and things to zoom around on. And this is like here, and then over here would be slightly older, and this is like, from 700 to say, about, 1100 grams. And that's where they get to really hang out and, gradually get climbing skills. Like this one will have a little bit more verticality involved, so that they can actually get up off the ground, and they're big enough that if they fall the foot from the thing, that's one of the things they have to learn to do. Just think about all them kids on their little BMX bikes doing loop-de-loops, and now you watch the X Games and you're like, they had to fall a lot to get to be able to do that. And so we create a space where they can fall a lot and safely. And then at that point, they're moving into being weaned. and they're not going to need milk from us. They're not going to be on a feeding schedule from us anymore, and they'll move over here, and this one will be completely vertical, and then it'll have a door right there. And when that door is open, they can go into here. So the door will open over here on this wall, and they will come in here. And here is where they are going to finish learning to be able to take care of themselves. Here's where we'll hide food for them to find. Here's where we'll put fish and water for them to discover. This is where they'll be able to climb. They'll be able to hang from that ceiling. These are going to be raccoons. They're going to be, I mean, let's face it. One of the little known things about raccoons, very few people actually understand this, but raccoons are actually the chief engineers of the universe. And in here is basically like, this is going to be their Stanford. This is going to be their MIT. And we're going to be done pretty soon, but boy, we sure do need your help. And so, like, you know, I know that this is a video inside the video, but at the end of this, I'm going to mention it, that your donation would really help us get this thing done and continue to meet our needs and to take care of the raccoons we already have in care. Thanks. Appreciate it. And getting this finished is going to be really thrilling, because we're at the part now where I really like to step, you know, the part that I really enjoy, and that is turning it into a habitat. An environment that encourages recovery from being an orphan, from being sick, from being ill, from being injured. That is, you know, that's the most of what we do here, and it is the thrilling part of the challenge for me personally. So really fortunate to get to do it. If you want to be a part of that, you know, that is a distinct possibility, and you can do it any number of ways. First, easiest way, you can donate. $5, $5,000, all of it goes into the kitty, and all of it makes it happen. So really appreciate it. The financial support is why we're even here. And another great way to help is to actually help with your hands. Come on over, be a volunteer. We're asking for a 4-hour-a-week commitment. You know, come by once a week for 4 hours and help us out. And if you like it, you know, you can learn as much as you want to. Every single person that works here started off as a 4-hour-a-week volunteer. So it's the doorway in to taking care of wild animals and getting them back out into the wild. Thank you for your support. Thank you for keeping our doors open. And thank you for helping us during this crazy year of moving and rebuilding. And lots more to do, so we still need that help. And it's going to take about another $1,000 to finish this raccoon housing, and then it's going to take about another $1,000 to get it set up in the environment. So there's, just to give you an idea, there's $2,000 that what one group of $2,000 can do. And I guess that's it. So I'll talk to you some more later. Count on it.